Good morning and welcome to Sunday Morning Beers. High five, Tracy. High five. You know why we're high fiving? Because this Thursday is National High Five Day. High five! National High Five Day. One of the greatest holidays of the year, undoubtedly. And 4th Street Brewery is party central for National High Five Day. It's we're not, I don't know if you read the Michigan Beer Guide, Great Lakes Brewing News. There's some other breweries that have copied, making a big deal about National High Five Day. But we are the originators. We are the biggest promoters of National High Five Day.
Think of something original.
I know, but people aren't original. They say, "What's Doug Beatty doing?" Let's see what Doug Beatty's doing.
That's why there's nothing new in Hollywood either. They keep remaking all the old movies.
Exactly. People aren't original. But we are the originators. We've been doing National High Five Day. We've been celebrating National High Five Day for a lot of years. And there's going to be a big party on Thursday. We're going to talk a little bit about that.
Since we've been doing it for a long time, ours is going to be the best party.
I can't even imagine what some of these other places are doing. I imagine that you might walk in there and you might have...
They'll walk in and they go, high five!
Yeah, if you're lucky. If you're lucky. I think they're just looking to grab some headlines and say that they're doing a party on National High Five Day, but I think it's going to be lame. Super lame. Super lame. Let's talk about some beer. What we have here, I don't know that we've ever had anything from these guys before. Revolution Brewing Company? You've ever drank anything from them?
When I was in Chicago, I drank their beer.
Okay.
I actually went to the brewery.
Okay, Tracy's been to the brewery. I have not been to the brewery, and I don't think that I've had anything from them. Revolution Brewing Company is in Chicago, Illinois. We actually bought this in Ohio.
Yeah.
Not available in Michigan.
Yeah. We had their beer when we went to Madison, didn't we, the beer festival? I know I have.
It's possible, but have not had anything in bottle or on tap at a bar. Let's put it that way.
Annette and I went with Girl Weekend.
Not available in Michigan. Mm-hmm. Not available in Michigan. Coup d'etat. It's a Saison ale. Saison is one of our favorite styles. Obviously, we were attracted by the fact that at least I had not had a Revolution Brewing Company beer. And, of course, we love Saisons. Saison is French for season. It's a great style of beer. It's, people want to pigeonhole styles. You can't pigeonhole Saison. Saisons are all over the place. It means season. So that's all it means. It could be anything. And it's really what it means is it's a chance for the brewer to get creative.
It's a seasonal beer.
Yeah. But really, I think if you look at it historically, what they are was summer beers that were meant to be refreshing. But they're all over the place with that. We might have.
Finn's making sure that the camera's working.
We got a cameraman or a camera cat. It's a camera cat.
Hey, get over here.
The problem with this camera cat right here is he might poop on the floor. He might poop on the floor because he likes to poop on the floor.
In the basement. Yeah, he poops next to the litter box, in the litter box.
Even right in front of you, he'll poop on the floor.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
So don't poop on the floor. Just you be quiet over there.
Anybody want to get? No, Jason. I wouldn't give him up for anything.
So, anyways, Saisons are interesting because, let's say that you're kind of a beer novice and you're exploring the styles. You could have 100 different Saisons and they'll always be different. It is one of those just really interesting styles that is fun to brew, they're fun to drink, so we always look out for them. Mm-hmm. So we're curious about this. The thing that I read on their website is that it's it's a French style, and it's their interpretation using citrusy American hops, and this is 7.6% ABV. So let's check that out from there. Cheers, Tracy. Cheers, Finnegan.
Cheers, Finn.
It's a cloudy bronze color.
Mm-hmm. Cloudy bronze color. Very busy.
Very fruity aroma. Getting a lot of banana in the aroma.
It's sweet and hoppy.
It is very, very sweet up front. Almost too sweet for my taste. Mm-hmm. It's like a sweet Hefeweizen. Mm-hmm. Up front, the banana, the sweetness.
But once it hits the middle of your tongue, you feel that
dry.
Hoppy in your
Get some citrusy hop character in there. Probably the sweetest Saison that I've ever had. Generally, they tend to be dry. really sweet up front. It's almost like a Hefeweizen with a dry finish.
Mm. It's got dry on the middle. It's got dry up front. It's pretty dry.
I don't think so. I think it's malty, sweet, fruity, almost like an overripe banana. Like an overripe banana, how they get so much of this.
It's all sugary.
Yeah, it's all sugary. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of that kind of flavor in there. We'll let it warm up a little bit and see, but it's very different. In my opinion, it's very different for saison because of the fact that it is so sweet and so banana-like.
Mm-hmm.
If you like Hefeweizens, I think you'll like this. Like I said, it's not available in Michigan, but we do have people all over the world watching us. Remember that one of our number one market is, I don't know if it's our number one market, it's in our top 3 markets, is Akron, Ohio. And you can get this in Akron, Ohio. So look for that in Akron, Ohio. One of our top markets.
Good old Akron.
For the show, yes, indeed.
If you ever get off the freeway in Akron, you probably never get back on. You get lost.
No reason to. No reason to get back on. You might see the blimp in Akron. You can see the blimps. I remember one day I saw 3 blimps all at the same time in Akron. The Winking Lizards. It's a great beer bar. There's a bunch of those around Akron. There's several good beer stores in Akron. And the Zips. You can check out a Zips game. I mean, what does that tell you about a town?
Wait, that's Kent. Kent State is Akron. No, Kent State's the Zips.
Kent State's the Zips?
Uh-huh.
I thought Akron was the Zips. What's Akron?
I don't know.
I thought Akron was the Zips. Akron's the Zips.
Oh yeah, Kent State's the Flashes. That's
You're an
right.
alumnus. You're an alumnus
I only
from
went there
Kent
one
State.
year.
How do you not know that? Akron is the Zips. How do you not like a school that is nicknamed the Zips? And that's the big part of the town. And what's the stadium that the football team plays in? It's like rubber. Something.
The Rubber Bowl?
Rubber Bowl. Yes, the Rubber Bowl. All right, that's enough about Akron. We've given
too much information.
We've given props to one of our top markets there. What we want to talk about is National High Five Day. It's a high five and good time. How do you not like? It's a holiday. It's a holiday to celebrate the high five. Yeah. Which really you don't see it a whole lot now, unless you happen to know Rick Pratt. Loudmouth Rick comes to the brewery. Unless somebody like Rick that high fives all the time for the last 20 years, or how long? When did high five start? 30 years ago.
Oh God, I bet they were a long time before that.
Well, it was big in the 80s. It was big in the 80s. Probably more in the late 80s, though. More in the late 80s. But if you don't know, if you don't know somebody like Rick, who could be the national spokesman for National High Five Day, you might not even really be that familiar with the high five anymore. But this is what the point of National
Especially
High
with
Five
social, the kids on their computers, they never high five.
No, because they're too busy, and it could be everything. They live in virtual worlds.
Yeah, they can't even do virtual high five because none of them know what that means.
They live in virtual worlds, yes. But if you know somebody like that, then you know all about the high five. Especially if you're a big sports fan. You do see high five still in sports. But the National High Five Day really celebrates the whole act of high fiving. And really just everything's just a high five and good time. And that's what National High Five Day is going to be. So it's going to be a high five and good time. We got some really cool beers. We got the kettle back at the brewery. We've done 2 brews. So we're keeping our fingers crossed. We might not run out of stuff. But we have some small batches that we did for National High Five Day. We have a sour, like a Belgian sour red. Mm. We have a Flemish red.
I love Flemish red.
Flemish red would be a good way to call that. We have a tapioca pale ale. Tapioca pale ale. That is a pale ale, gluten-free pale ale.
I was going to say it's gluten-free.
It's gluten-free for our gluten-free friends out there. And we have a cask, a new IPA. We did casks are, when we say little batches, we have a separate half-barrel brewing system, okay? And then when we say cask condition, that means beers that underwent a second fermentation in the cask. And so based on a big beer with stuff added to the cask. So the big beer is an IPA brewed with juniper and orange peel. And to the cask we added coriander, which is also orangey. So you're talking about a very spring-like, you're thinking like, God, are we ever going to get spring or summer?
Well, it's supposed to be 69 degrees on Monday or something.
Possibility. So, this kind of will get you in the mood for that. So.
I'm wearing sandals Monday. I don't care.
Well, that's what we got. I think we need to wrap this show up here so we don't go too far over our time limit. Keep in mind, National High Five Day, and we are Party Central.
High five.
For that, we'll see you for a high five and good time on Thursday. Cheers, everybody.